Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to more from the Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium with the Rise of X expansion. I am of course the Black Shadow, your host and commentator for this match. We are now finally into the quarterfinals of the tournament. We are at the business end. We've had our fun on the group stages. We had some pretty crazy wildcard matches for second qualifying. But we are now at the straight knockouts. There are no more chances. It is simple. You either get through or you are out. This is quarterfinal C. Going to be some pretty stiff competition as well. We're featuring Ooba, who was the outright winner of Group I, and has since got the best seeding for this group. Going to be joined here by Felkdav, who was second place in the exceptionally competitive Group B, which I would know very much about, who was the best of the rest after Daniel Peaback just won the entire group outright, completely unbeaten, won every game, so I did well to get second out of that one. King as well, who also made second, he got in through Group G, and then Bandito, who made his way through the wildcards, he's about to join in red spot here, who ended up getting 5th spot in Group C, and had to battle through the wildcard eliminators in order to make his way to the quarterfinals. It should be a good match. Everyone at this stage of the tournament now is pretty experienced, played plenty of games, so this should be pretty ruthless stuff. A reminder for the format now, there are 9 quarterfinal matches, and there are 12 spots to be won, so the winner of every single quarterfinal match will go through to the semis. However, the 3 top scoring second places will also find their way through. So just because if someone rushes their way into the lead does not mean all is lost. But if you can win the match, it's guaranteed qualification. So there will be plenty to fight for. All right then, so Bandito's sit. Players are shuffled. And here we go. So first player is going to find themselves onto Ooba. I'll need black seats. If I could spell it correctly. We've got to stay out of the black seat. The shuffling process uses the black seat in order to shuffle players around, so if we're already in it, it completely breaks the scripting. It's a thing. So let's have a look at our setup here. So here's our Imperium row. A couple of cheap cards here. This is going to be very interesting to see how players want to play this. Imperial Spy, Guild Ambassador, the Arrakis Recruitment Bear Justice. So all fairly solid cards, but nothing outstanding. Shai Halud, however, turns up there. Some people rate that as an incredibly powerful card. Some not so keen. But plenty of potential for a lot of combat here. Notice plenty of swords available. And our text, we've got Minimic for a bit of politics, Holtzman Engine, pricey start there, and Chow Murky as well. So this is going to offer a lot of flexibility here. There's a lot of options here, whether you want to go for politics, proving your Imperial tracks, if you want to go combat, if you want to just take your go for high influence and spice building. A lot of options available for players here. Bandito's going to be first to pick, taking Lido in 4th position, which cannot be a bad idea. This seems totally fine. I think Lido might be pretty good here as a catch-up. You'd imagine someone is early on going to try and make a push for tracks here. So Lido will be a nice counterbalance to that. But I don't think there's any real bad picks here. I think everyone is fairly solid, you know, with your Beast, your Barons, all the usual stuff here. But I think everyone's got a flexibility. Ekaz coming in 3rd position, probably eyeing up Guild Administrator, I would imagine. Don't know if that Helena is going to come in beforehand. Felkdav taking Beast in 2nd spot looks pretty good to me. And that leaves Uber as well. And yeah, you got tons of choices. You go Helena, Ilban, you could go Yuna, 100, tons of choice available, but he's going to go Helena. So, again, this is something that we are seeing more and more at the moment, is there's a lot of Helena and Ekaz being taken. People just trying to take the Imperial Row cards here. So let's have a look at what we got. So Helena has pulled just her Seek Allies card, which is obviously a bit awkward here. But she has a dagger, so not too bad. So we should see what she can do here. Bit awkward. Looks like she's going to be probably eyeing for a 5-buy here. The Beast has got all of his stuff now, which is a little unlucky here. It's sort of ideal to pick that up with Beast, so might even see Wealth and then Mentat. It's not impossible here. Ekaz gets all of his stuff as well. It's kind of the weirdness of it. It's like, you don't actually want to get all of your... Oh, he's going immediate Minimic. Okay, then, so I think that's a bit of a statement. Interesting to see how that's going to proceed. Goes out immediately. And Ekaz here. But yeah, I think it's always awkward when you pull all of your good cards immediately. You kind of want to find like your ring and one of your diplomacies first round, or both diplomacies keep a ring, however you want to do it. Our first combat is the Solari influence skirmish here. One of the most valuable combats, I think, in the early game here. So wouldn't be surprised to see someone make an immediate rush for Hardy Warriors, but Ekaz opting for steel suits, so he's going to be a little bit more cautious procession. Leto gets diplomacy and a signet ring here, so this is a little awkward for him now, unfortunately. He probably wanted to go steel suits and then do some mining, but he's just going to opt to do opt to smuggle here, which is always fine. But Helena is going to have to just go to she's just going to have to go to the tech negotiation here. There's nothing else to be done, and she will have 5 to buy. What does Beast want to do? Beast, I mean, you'd think probably wants to win the combat, but it's kind of awkward here. He's the one, he can win the combat, but he won't be able to make his way to thingy here. So I actually don't want to. I'm not sure I'd want to put them all in here. I think I'd probably put in 3. And if Leto really wants to win the combat, he wants to win it. Because the problem is you can win the combat, but you're gonna have to wait for a while to get hold of to actually go shipping anyways. I actually don't like putting in all of them. I'd put in 3, and if Leto really wants to fight you heavily for it, or if Ekaz wants to fight you heavily for it, then so be it. Ekaz finds his way to cover, and this is the other problem as well, is that you could go put in 4 troops, and then someone goes to Carthag and finds a way to beat you anyways, because they pull a battle intrigue. So, I would have liked to have seen a little bit of, I would have liked to have seen not all 4 troops go in here, but alas. Benedict are taken from Ekaz's ranks. Shifting Allegiances turns up here, so Helena's going to be picking that and Guild Admin up, you would imagine. It's going to be pretty good for her. Leto's going to make the chase, as you would expect, in the smuggling. And then Elena's going to be able to reveal for 5. Again, shifting allegiances and guild admins seem the obvious pickups here. I would be shocked to see anything else. Might go Imperial Spy or Recruiter, but shifting allegiances is automatic here. Wow, Treachery comes out for the Beast, who has 6 Persuasion. He can buy that immediately, and I would expect to see so. Surely he'll take it. Oh, he has 7. Goes immediate Shai Hulud instead. Wow. Hold on a second. So he's... Wow, that's pretty insane. So he's gone for Shai Hulud, but he's using the trashing on his convincing immediately? Wow. Kind of interesting. We'll see what Felkdav's got up and planned here. Ekaz has 2 to buy. You would imagine Guild Admin seems pretty likely here. Could go Arrakis Recruiter as well. Goes Liaison instead. Ekaz is going to be eyeing up the Spice Must Flow here. And 4 for the Duke. Trusay has turned up, who will surely take that. I'm really surprised Beast has gone turn 1 Shai Hulud. I really would have thought would have gone for Treachery first, but okay. So Beast is going to win. It takes the bump and 2 Solari. 3 Solari for Ekaz, which I think he'll accept that. He can live with that. And a cheap couple of Solari for the Duke, and we will move on. Oh, sorry, my bad. Ignore me. Sorry, wrong way around. It's 2 Solari. Yeah. Ekaz wins the fight. My apologies. Completely misread that fight. I do apologize. If my commentary is slightly scatterbrained, I literally just buried one of my best friends yesterday. So I will apologize if things are a little bit scatterbrained. Okay, second round. Carthag is our next combat here. Very early Carthag with Helena in the game is always valuable. You're going to get plenty of Solari there. I expect Beast to probably go fight. He will go Arakeen, hoping to try and draw one of his strong cards. Finds his Signet Ring. Very, very nice. I would expect to see them all go in here. Does. So Ekaz has the rest of his kind of junk cards here. Kind of see what the plan is. He's only got 1 mining card. He's got 1 of each in his convincings. I actually wouldn't be against going tech negotiation immediately and potentially setting yourself up for a ton of buying here. And that's exactly what we're going to see here. Yeah, I like this. You're also going to want to put 2 spouts down anyway, so you can use Ekaz's innate trashing ability of coordination. Leo will get himself to fold space, as no one else had any diplomacy cards, so a little fortunate there. And then Helena will be up next. So Helena's got diplomacy and signet ring, which is pretty good. What do you want to signet here? I imagine she'll probably signet guild admin. But X-Guild Compact also turns up, and I'm a big fan of X-Guild Compact. I think it's a better card than a lot of people make measure for. Especially in the hands of someone like the Beast, X-Guild Compact is a fantastic addition to trying to pick up some text, which is not really something the Beast really gets time to do a lot of. He's doing a lot of fighting. It's a nice way to supplement that. So he's going to pick up the free spice here. She'll probably put in just the one. And is going to reserve Treachery. So we're going to put that in. Okay. This card out on the row is going to be a very strong Fremen camp. We'll move on here. So, what's a Beast want to do? Sure, he's got his ring again, so he will definitely be using it. I think a trip to Carthag is totally fine. Yeah, just to block it off, take the card. Mine's a Bene Gesserit bump, which is pretty handy. And yeah, it's one of those ones, I think you want to put in one more, because Hardy Warriors is sitting there. And this is where, in theory, he could just check through everyone's decks here. Just trying to see if Lido can make his way to Hardy Warriors or not. But one more seems totally fine. If Helena wants to commit into Hardy Warriors, then she can do so. It will force a tie. Ikaz makes the punt for Great Flat early. I imagine he's eyeing up. He must be eyeing up Holtzman Engine immediately here. I think Ikaz is basically outlining that he is going to be pretty much going Spice plus Flow heavily here in this game, is King. I don't see anything else that he's going to be doing here. So I think that's a fair statement. First turn, he's probably just going to bang straight into Tech Negotiation if you can, take Holtzman, and he's going to be looking to mainly Spice plus Flow here. Lido will Guild Interstellar Ship, I should say. Guild Ambassador. Can take a bump with the spacing, which he does. It will set up his Sword Master, and then Helena on here. So Helena, it does not need to go aggressive here. There's absolutely no point, no need at all. And she's going to Selective Breed straight away here. She's getting a very cheap second spot here with the Intrigue and the Spice for one troop. It's pretty good. Dagger will go here, I would imagine. And it does. That is gone. And she'll draw a couple more here. Hoping to get hold of Treachery. She's not guaranteed for it, so hoping for it. Oh, no. Finds her other dagger in fold space. That is not what she wanted. That is kind of unfortunate there. Bit unlucky. Beast does pick up X-Guild Combat. That's very good. I think he's going to get a lot of value out of that one. Players need to be careful here. Ikaz has 6 to buy. Opulence seems fairly likely. 2 Fremen camps on the deck here, which is pretty insane. But I imagine we'll see an Opulence pickup here. Pretty strong card. Ikaz, I think, is very likely going to just turtle up here if he buys it. He's not going to be needing to get involved in any combat. Just Spice plus Flows. Look to just pick up some cash, some smuggling stuff, and just try and print VPs in a completely hard to obstruct way. But he might differ. He might reckon having some combat ability is good, but I don't see how you don't take Opulence here. He has a 10-card deck. He picked up whatever it was he picked up. Yes, that's not very good commentary, is it? He picked up the Bene Gesserit sister, so surely Opulence is the pick. I'd be stunned to see anything else here. Like, you go Opulence, and you're going to buy Holtzman, and that's it. That's your strategy. And it's going to be difficult for players to kind of get in the way of that. So I really, yeah, does take it in the end. I think it would have probably been a mistake to pick something else. I mean, Fremen Camp and Guild Admin is fine, but unnecessary. 2 to buy for Lido, who will take the Guild Admin, I imagine. The Smuggler's Fopter's turned up here. Unfortunately, Helena will not be able to take that. Still only has 3 persuasion. Piter turns up here. Very strong card. Also out of her price range. But it'll be free to buy for Helena. Unfortunate draw. But she'll just go Liaison and call it a day. And that will be Treachery out of here and into the bin. Alright, so Beast win, taking Carthag. And Helena will get a very nice, easy second spot, Spice of the Intrigue. Happily accept that. And we'll move on here. Private Army pickup for Helena. Not too shabby. Always good to have that. It's a nice card to have in your back pocket there. That can win you a lot of fights. Just making sure you aren't caught without the spice. So, turn 3, Trade Monopoly is next up. This is great for ECAS. This is not a combat that's going to particularly interest him, I suspect. So, this is perfect for him. Yeah, Holtzman's right there. He can Signet Ring for it as well. He can pick up, like a Liaison, as well as taking Holtzman. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. Might see it differently. I mean, there is still conspiring to pick up, get his Swordmasters ready. But surely he's going to get Holtzman. And he does indeed. So that is him fully committed. So the turtling will begin for ECAS. Just needs the game to go long enough so that so he can last that long. Troop Transport turns up the neck tech here. That's going to heavily interest the Duke. Can't get there immediately. But he should be able to make his way there most likely next turn. Go into Stellar Shipping now. Instead of shipping next turn, pick up transports. He'll be pretty happy with that. Helena could snipe in and take it, though. Helena's picked up her Shifting Allegiances now. It's her only council card, which is a little awkward. So, you know, not ideal. She'd have to kind of somehow reshuffle here, which she can't particularly do here. So a bit of an awkward hand for Helena, actually. Beast has got plenty of variety. Beast has got Shaikaloo, so he's going to be starting to look to make some use out of that. So, kind of an interesting spot here for Helena. Duke will be picking up the Swordmaster next. Don't know if it's going to interest Beast, maybe looking to pick up Mentat here. I actually wouldn't be completely against Beast picking up Mentat and making sure he hacks last of this combat. You kind of want to keep Trade Monopoly away from Duke Lido here, so he doesn't just start completely abusing the board. And be fair, picking up those 2 bumps for you is going to be handy, and the troop is going to be useful for you later on anyways. And even it's not a bad second spot, so... Helena's going to go and take Fold Space here. Second must do so. A little bit awkward, of course, because she is to the right. So Shaikaloo immediately... Just a little bit of a surprise. I would have thought maybe put the dagger first to take the Mentat and then use Shaikaloo here, but okay, I guess. So troops will go in. ECAS is up next. It's just not been, I mean, Beast has not been worrying about shipping because Beast doesn't have to worry about shipping. You can definitely win Beast games without it. ECAS, I'm surprised, hasn't tried to chase Fold Space a bit more here, but he wanted to take Holtzman first and guarantee it, so... if he goes Diplomacy card, he will not be able to trash this turn. Now that's interesting. Now, I never like going steel suits when you have no troops in garrison. I never like that. I always think that's kind of awkward, so a bit of a strange one. But we'll see. Curious as well to see what Beast is going to want to do next here. We'll see. Imperial Spy for Helena, so he's going to obviously start picking up Solari, getting the intrigues rocking and rolling as well. Makes total sense. Card will be trashed. And picks up Refocus here. That's never bad. That's not bad at all. It's always handy. It's a little bit of a gamble, but, you know, if you've got all your good cards up front and a load of rubbish ones, that can be a way to try to get out of it. So he's going to Signet Ring to get hold of his, he is still going to go Mentat, which is good. I think this is a good play, but interestingly, he does it with his Signet Ring instead, but okay. Guess he does want to use his Diplomacy card. Potentially holding out for... He can't go Hardy Warriors, though, so... What's he going to look to do here? Selective Breeding, if there's no competition from Lido. Lido is going to compete here, you'd think. Carthag surely is going to be the trip here. And Beast already starting to pick up the Solari. Picks up Bribery. Oh, that's really strong for Lido. That is disgustingly good for him. You can basically get a double bump with his Signet Ring, basically at will. That's pretty gross. An alliance somewhere or another is going to get stolen. Nasty pickup for him. So Helena is going to have 6 to buy here. Very, very nice. Smuggler's Fopter seems obvious. Stilgar has turned up on the deck, though. Still got a very, very nice card. Wormrod is also turning up here. That could be of some interest. No, and a recruiter for Helena. So she's looking just to kind of... the recruiter's never bad for Helena, because, of course, her city spaces are unobstructed. Looks like Lido is not going to compete in here, so Beast is going to win this pretty easily. So he can just diplomacy to kind of... a little awkward here. He kind of... You'd want to use your selective breeding, but it's going to use up his spice, which I don't think he really wants to do. He might just go secrets here. Yeah, the problem is buying, it's like, you kind of want to, it's a better space, but you want the spice for other stuff, so you're going to do that. Wow, picks up the Emperor boost as well. This is a very nice start here for Beast, finding some good cards. This is good times for him here. 2 bumps on the lesser used tracks here as well, so they're pretty valuable. Liaison for Lido. It's going to be free for the Beast, plus his Moonric gives him 4, so Fremen camp taken here. This is pretty dangerous here. Beast already has a ton of troop potential. That's going to be all for this one. So Beast is going to win, take his double bumps. I'm curious to see if Beast is actually going to take the cash immediately. Go up and down, take the cash, get his Swordmaster ready, or if he'll take the double bump and look to smuggle. So he's going to look to smuggle here. Lido finds his way to a water, and ambush is pretty good. Lido will be up first here. So Lido will take troop transports, you would imagine, with Guild Administrator. Oh, wow. It's always nice to pull Guild Administrator for smuggling on your second hand when you've got cards in your discard. That's always feels pretty good. So I imagine we'll see up and down here for Lido, taking the troop transport. That's going to be his competition against the Beast. Already fairly dangerous abilities of buying a lot of... getting hold of a lot of troops here. And Ixial Combat's going to be dealing with the tech side of things. So Beast looking very nice here in the first couple of turns. Round 4 is Machinations. Always heavily fought over. Lido in a good shape to try to take this one down. But it's interesting to see how he's going to play. He has to go smuggling first, obviously. But I suspect we might see Dagger to Mentat if he can muster it. Yeah, up and down, taking the transports. No surprises there. We'll be able to trash probably a Dagger with his Guild Admin as well, so that is done. Now, Lido will also be taking the Spacing Alliance here as well, so that will give him a bit of cash in hand. Beast has got not a very good hand here as well, so it's likely Lido is going to win this one down. Helena's got fold space, but a little bit awkward otherwise. Players want to be getting hold of their Swordmasters here as well. Interesting to see if Helena would decide to smuggle here, just to block the Beast. Interesting to see if he went and did that. And Ekaz already has picked up Opulence here, so needs to find some money though, and there's no way for him to do it. He has no access to the Emperor here, so I suspect we're just going to see Opulence to Wealth to take the 5 cash and then look to pick up his Swordmaster here. I expect that's what we'll see. And look to use the VP for it later on. But Leto is going to get there first is the only issue. So that is kind of unfortunate. But to be fair, you can still take your money and it forces Leto to take Swordmaster earlier than he would like. Lena, is she going for the... She is going the smuggling block. She is going to do it. Not going to let the Beast get there. That was the downside of not taking the immediate cash. That's why I was kind of wanting to see him take the cash, so he's guaranteeing his Swordmaster now. Now it starts getting a little bit awkward. He's getting a competition with other players here, so he's got to be a little bit careful. Might opt to take the Mentat now, which is I expect we might see. Could also go training drones. Disposal facility is an option, maybe. There's some options here available. Mentat just seems pretty solid. You think Lido might want to pick this up at some point anyways, or someone else is going to probably want it. This is a combat you want to go last on. You want to kind of force Lido's hand here. He's got to commit ahead of you. But might just go training drones and call it a day. It looks like that's what we're going to see here. So he's going to continue to improve his ability to get troops out of nowhere. That is done. Sonic Snoopers turns up next. Usually a pretty nice one for Beast, but the cards he's got are already pretty strong, so doesn't particularly need it right now. So, I think Ekaz just has to do this now to wealth. Take the 5 cash, and force Lido to take the Swordmaster now. He doesn't want to do it now, but he's going to have no choice. So he'll do that. And then we'll be off to Helena. What's Helena want to do here? What's Helena's strategy in this one? I mean, I think people are kind of making it fairly certain. Beast is going to fight. Ekaz is going to buy spies. Lido is probably going to be fairly heavy in shipping and some politics. So Helena's got to find something. And I don't think she's not really committed yet into what she wants to do. She's got to try and win a fight or two somewhere. Whoa! Duke Lido uses his fold space to take High Council. Whoa, that is not what I expected. Wow. He must be eyeing up cards in the Imperium row here. Sardaukar Legion's turned up. Guild Chief Administrator, I think, is what's being chased here. Is Lido going to consider early revealing and relying on ambush to try and still win the combat here? Wow. Now, this is good for Helena. Yep. Steel suits, pick up the water, get a troop in. That's what you always want to be doing here. Gonna decline. I don't know. I'd be putting a troop in here for sure. I think you've got to force people's hands here. You know, even if you get third spot and you pick up a bonus water for one troop, that's great. You're not gonna win it. So Beast goes back to Carthage again. Bindo's suspension here, which is always pretty nice. Good stall, if in much you need that. So Beast is going to use his troop transport as well. So has the option of... Did he put that troop in as well? He has done so. So can put them all in here. And I imagine he will do so. He kind of has to, you'd think. Beast has... The thing is that Beast has no more actions. And this is why I did want to see Beast take the Mentat here. Now he's in this very awkward guessing game with Lido, which he can't really win. He can put them all in and force Lido to put in more, but he doesn't even have to. So, yeah, this is what I would like to have seen taking Mentat at some point, but decided not to do so. Alas. 2 troops in then. Just going to just settle for second place. Let Lido's going to take the win here. Machination is kind of a weird one, though. It's not actually the best for Lido, because, of course, his ring is all about chasing. And if he's tied or ahead on tracks, he can't actually use his signet ring effectively. So it can sometimes be slightly Greek gifting him, ever so slightly. So Ekaz has the option to take his Swordmaster here, and I don't see how you don't do this now. I really don't. Like, it seems insane not to pick it up. It's been left open for you. Having to think about it. But I think you just got to take your Swordmaster and kind of see how this goes. It's there for you, man. What else are you going to do with the Solari? High Council, unless you really want to go High Council first. But to be honest, like, you can... It's where your money's going to be careful. You have Opulence, which is going to be a potential drain on your cash later on. It's giving you 5 Solari now, but obviously you're going to be spending your Solari later on. So if you think Swordmaster 8, High Council for 5, and an Opulence for 6 is 19 Solari... And, of course, you're not going shipping. So you've got to try and find the cash somewhere. And that's why he's going Mentat instead. He's turning it down. He really wants to keep the cash open for Opulence here. That's what's going on. Yeah, this is... He's kind of finding himself in a bit of a funky spot. Swordmaster you would just normally take, but it feels that it's just too expensive. Opulence has no access to shipping, has not even tried to go there. And that's the problem. Opulence... with no shipping, is difficult to hit off reliably. Back in the old game, it was easy because you had charm shipping. You just get spice and just trade it in for a ton of cash and just use that to feed Opulence. But it's not quite that simple anymore. So, gonna just rely on Mentat to do the work here. I mean, no one else is really going for it much, so I guess might get away with this. But again, this is why there needs to be more competition for Mentat here, especially with Leo in the game. You know, no one's really hitting it up, and you can punish players with that. Leo's up next. If Leo thinks he's going to win, which he probably will do, he needs to use his Signet Ring now. But he'd have to Signet Ring to, Haga Basin? Free Spice, use one for a bump somewhere? I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see what Leader wants to do here. He's got Truth Saving, which he wants to use. Diplomacy he's got as well. He's got all the cards he wants to use here. I think this is as well, like, Leader, again, also wanted to hit Mentat here. And as such, has been shut out of it by Ekaz. So I guess there's that side of things as well. Can't use Signet Ring and a Diplomacy card. Has to make a choice here. And Signet Ring, I guess it's going to be... I think I would have preferred just to use... He's going to use it just for putting this in. He just wants to put more troops in. He's kind of concerned, I guess. He feels the Beast has got an absolute ton of intrigues here. And I guess he's worried about the fact he didn't put them all in. Only put in 2. So he's working... Has he got a ton of combat intrigues? Or is he actually... just surrendering first position here. He's actually surrendering first, so these troops are doing nothing, unfortunately. So a bit of a misread from Leto on this one, unfortunately. It's always a guessing game. You can always want to be, I suppose, safer. But this is a misread. So onto the buying here. We've got 4 to buy for Helena, who takes Guild Chief Admin. Makes sense. A lot of players are just buying this for the reveal effect now. Not too many people are using it for its actual actions. 2 troops in, 2 negotiations for the Beast. He's got a couple of buy as well. I'm not even sure he's going to buy anything here. Oh, he's got 3. Oh, he has 4, actually. My apologies. Minimic and the Negotiator. So picks the other Fremen camp. So he's just completely trying to dominate here. Wants the game to go long and wants a ton of VP to try and win it that way. Ekaz is up next. Ekaz has an action still. He's going to use his liaison here. Can I just see what the plan is? Wow, he has 8 buying power. Voices turned up. G manipulations turned up. Ton of options here. So just cycling his deck here, putting a troop in. Nothing better to do. I mean, I would like to have seen using Bene Gesserit just to go to, just to hit the Bene Gesserits here. And just start getting to work on that. But obviously has intentions. Has 8 to buy, does Ekaz. What's he eyeing up here? Is he going Worm Raiders? Oh, wow. Bene Gesserit, the embedded agent has turned up here. What an absolute gift for Ekaz. Are you kidding me? Voice and embedded agent. Almost automatic now. That is kind of absurd. Leto is considering playing his bribery now. Which is curious. Do you want to spend it now? What are you going to spend it on? Nah, he's going to pass it. I don't really see a point in playing it now, but it's a little suspicious. But yeah, Ekaz can pick up Voice and Embedded Agent here, which is pretty absurd. And that's exactly what we're going to see here. If he can do that once or twice, that will help pay for Opulence. I don't see how you don't go for this. Of course, the only problem is, like, you've got to draw them both at the same time. Or draw Bene Gesserit's Sister and Embedded Agent, so... But he should be able to trim his deck down. So I think this makes total sense. Oh, he goes Stilgar! Whoa! Okay, so the plan must be Research Station. That's the alternative. I would still... okay then. According Treat turns up here. I actually think this is never a bad card to have in your deck. Just to make sure you get those trips to the Emperor and you get that point. It's never bad. But I think that is basically that's a research statement, research station statement there. That's all he's going to be using it for. To go to Siege, print double water, and just start hitting up research stations. So if he can get invasion ships, he will take it very quickly, I would imagine. Okay then, so that's going to be all that here. Leto wins convincingly. No one else is going to oppose here. Helena is not going to spend Private Army to overtake the Beast here. So Leto's going to win the couple of bumps. War on 2 slide for Beast so he can get his Swordmaster, and the second water for Helena. Leto's going to take the Fremen bump, and takes the spacing bump. Wow, super concerned about that getting pursued, which is interesting, but okay. I suppose the argument is he's got Signet Ring, so he can just, like, max out that and then use his ring to catch up elsewhere, which I guess makes some sense. Okay, round 5 is the Guild Bank Raid. Now, this normally isn't heavily competed for, but both Ekaz and Helena have not got Swordmaster's high... And Ekaz does not have his High Council, which he's clearly targeting here. Leto probably also wants to go High Council as... Oh, he's already got it, my apologies, so... I should see what the plan is here, but I think Ekaz might want to get there. And obviously wants to try and win this to pay for opulence, so he might feel committed to get involved with Tactician. We'll see. Helena picks up shifting. Beast, Leo's obviously worried about shifting allegiances. Doesn't want to lose the alliance to that, so... But Helena is going to go... Oh, this is kind of awkward. So she's going to use, I imagine, Signet Ring here. Or she might refocus for the extra card here. She doesn't want to use Signet Ring or... I mean, she wants to go just shipping here, you'd imagine. It's going to refocus just for an extra card. 5 Smugglers Fort, outrageous. Easy game for Helena. That will go to Interstellar. Draws 2 more. Easy game. Wow. That was like about an 11% pull, that. So up and down, we'll see. And it's going to be interesting to see if Helena decides to continue to chase and put pressure on the Lido here. Will she do so? She will not. So Lido's alliance looks pretty safe. She'll take the cash so she can get her Swordmaster. Beast has to get in now. Only way to do it is with his Signet Ring, which is a little unfortunate. But so be it. Gets the Garrison Troop, which isn't a bad thing. Ekaz, if he wants to go High Council, can do it now. Might do it with his Signet Ring. He's got a ton of Persuasion here. 2 Gazons for 4, Pride for 7, 8, 9, 10 in his hand currently. So Signet Ring to High Council looks pretty tempting. Or he might opt to go Mentat first. Again, he kind of wants to deprive that from Lido here, and also drawing cards. But no! No, he's not. What is he going to go Hardy Warriors? He's going to try and win the combat here. Yeah, you see, I said this about, he wants to win this to pay for opulence. So he's going to take the Fremen Alliance while he's at it, makes it water neutral. He's going to throw them in, I guess. Yeah, I had a funny feeling it was worried, considering if he was going to get pulled into this combat, feels like he's got to try and win it. Hope and rely that no one else really wants to heavily contest, but who knows? Beast has so much troops on just any whim, he might get involved anyways. I don't think Ekaz is not going to win this uncontested. Don't worry about that. Leader's up next. Leader's got his ring, Truthsayer, diplomacy, all sorts of stuff here. Bribery. Absolute tons of options here for Leto. I wouldn't be surprised to see Leto just go smuggling with his ring. But the problem is he can't use the bump for the... He needs spice, which you have to go mining for. For spice, a Haga Basin. I wouldn't be against using a Signet Ring to Haga Basin. Take the 4 spice. Doesn't look too bad. Someone else is surely going to go there, so it might be nice to get him first. And this isn't a combat where I don't think you have to worry about Mentat too much here. You're not really interested in this, so... I think Haga Basin seems likely. What else have you got here, really? I don't like Mentat here. I don't think it's that necessary to you here. If you're going to do it, you do it with your dagger anyways. He's going to go great flat. He's going to use the second water for the extra spice. Now, that is curious. I think I would like to have seen Haga Basin. He wants 4 specifically. Is he eyeing up conspiring? Interesting decision. I think a lot of people would have gone Haga, so the fact he went there is notable. Took the bump with the bennies for that. Helena will take her Swordmaster, courtesy of her Eyes Ever ability. She is not blocked. And Beast is going to be up next. Going to reserve the Worm Riders. So just trying to keep it out of players' hands. Also, she also is perhaps eyeing up later game combat as well. So, second Imperial Spy turns up. So plenty of fun potential here. Beast is going to get stuck in here. No Fremen cards. So this is why I didn't like this from Leto. Because I think this is just too easy for Beast here. If you go Haga Basin, he has to go Imperial, and it just gets no real value out of this. It's not as good. Now he's got everything he wanted here. Tons of action compression with this move, so... I think... Lee's going to have to show why he wanted that spy specifically, and we'll see what is the plan. There must be a reason, but we shall see. If there isn't, should have gone Haga Basin. Ekaz up next. Ekaz could still go high counter if he wants with his Signet Ring. Has 9 Persuasion in hand. So Signet Ring and then, like, Reconnaissance to, like, Siege. And just take some water. You look like you're going to want to be hitting Research Station here. You also kind of want to win the combat, of course. But I don't think players will be... I don't know if players are going to expect you to go Siege. So there's a little bit of late potential combat here. But I think this could be High Council and then Siege here, maybe. Yeah, looks like it. I mean, this is fairly likely. So Ekaz is happy to sacrifice his Swordmaster here. Voice looks fairly likely take. Might not take anything here. Decides not to. Opts not to take anything. Does not have to take a card with Conscription, whereas Helena must manipulate when she plays a Signet Ring. Mentat taken for lead over his dagger. He'll take that. Ooh, Truthsayer and G Manipulation both in hand. That looks pretty nice. Could see a Wealth and then something with G Manipulation possibly, but Counter's getting pretty full. Not many spaces left. Helena's up next here. Is Helena gonna... Helena has not used Shifting. Wow, interesting. Is going to use Arakeen to keep the 9 in hand here so she can take a Spice Must Flow. Again, looking to just put in a rough troop here just to try and take a cheap one, but I don't like putting in this troop here. I think he's going to be pretty much wasted. Bit of a nothing action, I fear. Beast will not want to put the pressure on here. So I expect, yeah, Steel Suits, get the Fremen Point, put in another couple of troops. You got so much combat potential. You got training drones. And this is going to get real difficult for Ekaz to do here. Yeah, just going to put him under some pressure. Oh, he's not going to. He's going to he's going to let Ekaz take the win here. Okay. Interesting. Ekaz will have to use Master Tactician to take the win, however. It will cost him. So Spice Must Flow acquired for Ekaz, taking him at 4 points. And Lito will be up here. So what does Lito want to do? I mean, I think just Wealth and then G Manipulation to possibly Tech Negotiation. You might get there. No, it's going to be Selective Breeding first. That's the other way of doing it. So we'll take that. Trashing, I would imagine, the dagger. That goes. Drawing another couple. Reconnaissance and do kind of whatever cards, but at least they're done. Can also discard and redraw again with Truthsayer, which I imagine we'll see. He's kind of decided he kind of wants to might want to keep the cards in here for next turn, however. That's the only risk. There's cards in he doesn't want to use. Doesn't want to draw them, so a bit of a risk here. Finds a Liaison. He'll take that. That gives him 10 Persuasion. So he's in good shape. But yeah, he didn't want to draw, like, probably didn't want to draw... Well, he might have taken Guild Admin. So Spice Must Flow for Helena. Bump as well. Shifting Lenses has not been used in anger yet, so just kind of waiting. Worm Riders yeeted out of existence. I don't think that was ever the plan to actually take that. It was just a denial. The Beast is going to reveal for 5 and a sword. Shardakar Legion looks pretty good. And we'll take that. Lady Jessica turns up in the deck. Now, Duke Leto has an interesting decision here. Leto has 10 in hand for Persuasion. Spice Must Flow was the plan, but Lady Jessica's there, and that's going to be of interest. It's round 5. Is it too late for Jessica for what you want to do? I suspect we're still going to see it. G Relation is going to come down. I expect it's still going to be the Tech Negotiation. Maybe Chow Murky might be a take here. You could go Tech Negotiation and take Chow Murky. Or Disposal Facility is also not bad. Oh, he's going to fight. He's going to... Really? This is curious. Is he really going to throw troops in here? Or is he just hunting for intrigues and hoping to get lucky here? Maybe that's what was going on. He's going to get 2 spice. And that, if that means he is going to take Lady Jessica. Lady Jessica is the take here. He's going to go for it. He's going to take over Spice Must Flow. Hope that's going to get enough use out of her power. So 7 to take. So Lino's just going to go just try and dominate all the tracks here and just try and win via alliances. Bene Gesserit, or does he take Emperor here? I suspect we're going to see Bene Gesserit here. I think that'd be a better take. Mother Mahayam turns up in the deck. Whoa. Lino's going to eye up that one as well. Takes it the Emperor, just going to even out for the time being. Maybe hoping for memo quarters or to find plans or something. So he's going to do it that way. Okay then, I guess. I'm not sure I like the Carthage. I still think I would have gone Tech Negotiation. I think it would have been slightly better. But whatever. So Ikaz has to use Tactician to win here. Or is he going to take the 4 Solari? He's going to take the 4 Solari. He'll keep it for later. 2 Solari for Helena. And we're going to move on here. Okay, round 6 is up. Last one before the conflict freeze. Raid Stockpiles is next. So this is going to be largely a setup here. I don't think anyone's going to heavily contest this. They're going to wait for the conflict freeze to kick in here. It is going to be Beast up first. And Beast has an absurd hand. Everything going on here. Might use Bindu. I don't know. I'm kind of see what the plan is for Beast here. Is he going to Shaikalud? You never want to Shaikalud immediately. You kind of want to use your other cards or something first here. Yeah, Bindu, I think this would make sense. He might even pass. And I wouldn't be against passing here. Is there anything you really want to chase for immediately? I don't think so. He might just Doom. Oh, he does want to smuggle. He has got 2 bumps on shipping, so he might just use Doom to smuggle here. Just to make sure he doesn't get blocked from that. Because he got blocked from it earlier. He might use Shai Halud to do it as well. Just to garrison troops up. It looks like that's going to be the plan. No, he's going to go in basin first. Okay, smuggling I think is still... No! Well, Doom goes. He can still do it with Fremen. So 3 troops in. 4 troops in. Gonna try not to deter everyone else from getting involved here. Highline is available now. Online for the Beast here. Ikaz is up next. Ikaz finds his opulence, which is good for him. He's got Stilgar as well if he wants it research station. Interesting to see what the plan's going to be here for Ikaz. Doesn't have a lot else going on outside of that. Lido's got a bit awkward access here. He's got convincings and stuff. Guild Ambassador he's going to use for Interstellar here. He's probably got no choice. But a little bit awkward here. No one's got great hands, to be honest. The only one's got a great hand is Beast. But he's not going to be able to use all of it. I don't know. We'll see what the plan is here. I wonder if Beast might consider a trip to Conspire. We'll see. Ikaz is going to make the smuggling block, because seeing as Beast has declined to take it. Yeah, this is why I kind of wouldn't have minded just doing that, but doing it to use your Doom to go to smuggling and just cash that in. But decided against it. Now he's blocked, and now he's going to have to wait for some time to try and get that again. Interstellar for Lido, of course. Helena's going to be up next. Helena might go selective breeding here. I think given the quality of her hand is not very good. Yep, that is exactly what we're going to see here. So that is going to be paid. Don't know if she's going to use her... She will trash from her deck. She could use the False Place for the trash, but there's no point. So... Well, the Spiceman's Flow is going to go here. So that's 10 the plays that you don't have Call the Market. Finds Guild Chief and the Signet Ring. She'll be happy with that. And gets another pull as well with the False Place. So gets Smuggler's Fopter as well. Don't think that's actually going to get used for any actual drawing, however. Probably just a hit for the reveal and the Spice. Beast is up next. So, yeah, needs to start hitting the Emperor here, taking these points. Beast is behind on... is a little bit behind on the faction tracks, but again, has Favored and Secrets here. It's going to use it for the Mentat. Wow. Okay. All happening here. Ikaz is just going to take the 2 Spice. Interesting. I think he's maybe... That might be telegraphing a potential trip to tech negotiation here. Players should be observant of this. Leader's going to be up next. Carfag it is. Feels he's got to compete with the Beast here. Put some pressure on, probably. Finds Challenge shares. Very, very strong card. Has some decent intrigues. He's got advanced weaponry, which I don't think he's ever going to actually use. It's kind of a dead card. He might feel he's got to get involved here. We might just put him 1. I don't know. I guess this is fine. I'd put him maybe 2. 1 is you're asking someone to try and overtake you here. Depends how much you value the spice. Yeah, 2 troops in. Just to kind of, you know, keep the price of admission high to the other players here. Especially Helena. Helena might be forced into fighting here anyway. She hasn't got much else going on. I highly doubt she's going to use Guild of Chief Admin for its actual ability here. For any card access. Very unlikely. Gonna use bribery now. Yeah, and wants to keep underneath the cards here, so he's going to take it with... What do you think he takes it with here? I'd probably just take it with the Emperor and just secure the point. You know, you've got all 4 now, and it gives you all the options in the world. I think this is totally fine. And Helena's going to be up here, so what does Helena want to do? She could still... Is she going to go Great Flat here? Hard Great Flat for the double card draw for Helena? Ooh, that feels kind of rough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 persuasion. She's gonna do it. Wow. That desperate for the card draw. Maybe he's considering Private Army as well. And trying to ambush here a little bit. Finds shifting. No troops in. Shifting might get used for its actual action here, I strongly suspect. But we'll see. Beast is going to be up next here. Beast wants to use his diplomacy. Probably his framing... Well, his framing camp is completely dead now. He's kind of out of options here. So secrets it is. Finds Glimpse the Path. Very nice. That's a very nice find here. He might use that. And try and see if he can get some text going. I'm kind of curious to see what Beast wants to do. Is Beast going to highline still? He might be doing it. Ekaz will use Opulence for the point. And has 9 persuasion for Spice Must Flow. So that takes him to 6. This is the thing, like, Ekaz was allowed to kind of just turtle up here a little bit. And, you know, players are kind of allowing that. Players need to do something about this. They need to pressure the Fremen Alliance here. Someone needs to do it, you feel. They've got to try and take his attention away. But then the problem is he then just starts hitting still suits and go to research stations. So it's a bit awkward. You know, still an action to go here. I mean, you might as well Guild Chief Admin for something. Yeah, just going to go Fold Space, just to trash the card and secure the Alliance. No worries there. I think this is totally fine. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing else to do. It's basically a free action. So, I think this is fine. Get rid of Dune. I think this is fine as well. And that is done and dusted. So, Helena has a lot of persuasion here. Well, she's only got 9, I think, actually. She only has 9. Signet Ring, Tech Negotiation? Maybe take Sonic Snoopers? Chow Murky? This looks like this could be a pretty tight finish here. I think Chow Murky's value is going up as this game goes on here. You can take both the intrigues. You don't have to play any of them. I would commit all your spice, however. Bit of a risk. But Chow Murky's that kind of tech. But it would still secure your... Going there, yeah, I think we're going to see tech negotiation. Just guarantees the spices flow. So all sorts of options here. Chow Murky, Disposal, Sonic. What's she going to take here? Chow Murky it is! Alright then. This is good to see. So it's a gamble. You never know quite what you're going to pull here. Tiebreaker and Expedite. Wind Traps is your next tech as well here. Mahayim's going to be put to the side. Now, I don't know if she's still going to... I don't think she's ever taking Mahayim here. I think this is just purely a denial pick. Just not allowing Leto to take it. Leto would have had 6, so would have been able to take Mahayim. So denies that from him. Much to his disappointment. Tiebreaker's not great because you've just pulled Chow Murky. So Tiebreaker's doing nothing for you here. Expedite could get some value out of that, though. Use that to get some troops in on a city visit, which you can't be blocked. Base is considering Glimpse. Do you either Glimpse or you... Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think you need to go immediately... Oh, finds the dagger. It's not what we wanted to see. Not good for him. Is he going to Dreadnought? Is he going to go Dreadnought here? I think this is a Dreadnought. I mean, High Council doesn't... I mean, he's got Minimic. You'd say yes. He also trashed a Convincing. High Council is... I would not have minded seeing a Dreadnought here from Beast. Apologies. I think that would have been pretty neat. Take Sonic Snoopers or Disposal or something. Maybe even take Wind Traps. You know, you're trying to win combats. It's going to give you tons of water. You can just start hitting Research Station late. But declines against it. Leader's going to take Embedded. Looking to use that with Jessica, of course, to do even more shipping. Get most out of troop transports. Helena's going to reveal for a lot and take Spice Must Flow. With Negotiate Withdrawal has turned up on the deck here. Surely Beast is going to be interested in that. It's another good card for him. Beast has not used his troop transports yet. He needs to do that. There we go. So there it is. Now, bear in mind, Beast does need to start using these negotiators. These do eat into his troop supply. So he's got to be a little cautious of that. He'll need to start buying some tech soon. But 5 to buy here. 6 to buy even. Negotiated withdrawal looks pretty good. But he doesn't get the bonus troop for this is the problem. So he just takes it for that no troop for him. Ixion Engineer turns up here. That might also interest Beast if he can pick it up next round. Beast has 11 cards in his deck. Could consider buying again, maybe for... You could even take Spice Hunter just to power the Shy Halud here, but declines against it. Enough Fremen cards, he reckons, in both camps. And that's going to be it here, I would imagine. That is going to be it. So Beast is going to win it. Intrigue and free Spice for him. 2 Spice for Lido. So plenty of Highliners potential here. And this could be a bit of a Highliner race. Here we go. Conflict Freeze underway. Here we go then. First up is the Imperial Basin. This is good news for the Beast. Beast needs VP combats here to make up some distance. Finds a Negotiate Withdrawal immediately. He will be hitting Highliners if he can, but he has no access currently. That's a problem. Leader's got Jessica. Opulence again for Ekaz. Ekaz might smuggle here. He needs the money. I think we could... He might consider just smuggling and take the cash. Would not be surprised to see this. Helena's not got a great hand. Has a recruiter. Diplomacy. Obviously private army in hand as well. You've got Expedite to put troops in via a city. There's loads of options here. I think there's going to be tons of combat between these 3 players here. And Ekaz just wants to stay out of it and just find his way to full more spice. He's only got 1 VP from factions so far. He's only visited the Fremen and the Emperor once. So loads of free cash on hand. Yeah, smuggling first. Going to take the cash. Yep, as you would expect. So Solari's going to be taken. So he's powering up Opulence. Basically telling the players, yeah, I got Opulence in my hand. I'm taking the point. Nothing you can do about it. Holtzman's also giving Ekaz a bonus point here as well. So Ekaz has got his train on going... He's got his engine going fairly swiftly. No one's really got in the way of him, however, so it's kind of allowed that. So players need to be a little careful here. There might not be enough time in the game for Beast to catch up here. He might have to win, like, every combat now if he wants to win this game. Like, Felk's got a really strong deck, but he's gone 6 rounds and only taken 3 points. He needs to find the rest. No progress at Interstellar yet, so Highlander surely is the plan. He can take the point of the Emperor whenever he wants. He's got assistance at Bene Gesserit as well, so I guess it's not as much of an issue. Negotiated might even find some use to assist there as well. And Duke Lido, he's got his ring, he's got Jessica. He could go Highliner if he's concerned about Beast going there, which he must be worried is the point here. when you've got a combat-heavy character like Beast or Rumble, and it's late game, and they've got loads of spice, and they've never visited shipping, they've never gone to the Spacing Guild, you've got to expect that Highliners are on their way here. Lino's considering perhaps going there early. He's going to decline for now. He's obviously wants to go into. He's got to go with shipping first. I expect he'll probably go. He doesn't have to go up and down here. He can go down and up, and then yeah, he does do so. His idea being he's going to be able to get at least one more trip out of Interstellar before this game's over. Game's not ending yet. Takes the cash because he wants to pay for his money, so that's a suspicious take. Those three will surely go in, which they do. And he can pay for a catch-up here. But I'm not sure he's going to. No, I think he's going to decline. The only faction he can catch up with is the Fremen. Does he want to? If he doesn't want to, because I think he wants to go Highliner. So he's declining against it here. Yeah, I think that's going to raise some suspicion from the Beast. He's going to think, there's going to be some trouble here. And Beast can't go Highliners yet. So this is interesting. Beast must suspect it's coming. So he's going to have to bear that into his mind here. Leto, I think Beast absolutely wants to take Mentat here. And I think that's probably the best thing for Beast to do here. Dagger, take the Mentat, and force Leto, if he's going to go Highliner, allow yourself options behind here. Helena's now getting involved herself with her recruiter. So in they come. This might be a good turn, as it turns out, for Beast to actually use Negotiate, put some troops in, and feign the interest. Here comes Expedite, as was expected, and using it on this. So Helena's going to look to see. She reckons she's got to win one combat in the match to win this game, and she reckons this is her chance. Stepping into a world of fire here. So those troops going in as well. So Beast might be looking at this thinking, yeah, I don't need to get involved here. But I still think Dagger, Mentat here, I think is still, to me, I think that's the best first option. I would like to see that, just to put Leto in even more of an awkward spot. Or Signet Ring maybe to there. No, research station immediately. Finds, he's got both Fremen camps, Shai Halud, negotiated. Here comes the troops. All happening here. But I don't think there's going to be much more. I think this is a feint from Beast. I think he's going to withdraw from negotiated and use like Shai Halud and stuff just to kind of still have some presence. Try and maybe take second spot here. Ekaz is now just racing to try and pick up some VPs because he hasn't done it yet. Interstellar, it's going to be. He trashes his Spice Must Flow. That must go up to the reserve pile. So he's saying he doesn't have plans within plans. Oh, but what's he doing? Oh, he's got to be careful here because of Holtzman. Holtzman still requires 2 Spice Must Flows in his hand, so he's got to be a little bit careful here. But it's largely in hand. Leto's up next here. So Leto, what does he want to do here? He's got to make a decision. He's got to be concerned about Highliners if he's going to do it. Helena's now suddenly thrown a load of troops in, which I don't think he was expecting. So he's got to make a decision here. How does he want to pivot his turn? Is he going? Is he going? He is going for it. He wants to get in before the Beast. This is why he didn't take the Spice with the Signet Ring. He's going adventuring. Here we go. Wow, it is all happening here. A couple of troops stacked up there. So he can put them all in. And he's going to do it. Here we go. This is a dream spot for the Beast, because I don't think you ever wanted to commit to this one anyways. Beast is going to be loving seeing this. Although he probably wanted to win the combat, though, potentially. I don't know. It might not be so good for the Beast as we thought. We'll see. But it does deny Highliners. It does deny the bump to Beast here, so it's a little bit awkward still. But Highliners taken by Leto first. Helena now has to respond. No access to Hardy Warriors. Gonna garrison troops up by taking the Emperor Alliance here. So I imagine Liaison is gonna be used for some sort of combat. Has a couple of spice in hand for Private Army. This fight's not over yet. It's gonna be pretty tight between these two. Lido does have some reinforcements, however. Is Lido gonna use advanced weaponry? I wonder. And now Lido's like, Beast is like, okay, well, I don't need to get involved in this. Is he taking... He's taking Disposal Facility. So he's going to just trash his dagger immediately here. It's a free tech. He wants to take Ixion Engineer, so... After this, Memo Quarters turns up here. Wow, what a card. Big card for Helena, big card for Lido. Lido can't get it, however. Helena could. Now this is interesting. Ekaz is going to take 2 more points here. 1 for Opulence and 1 for Spice Must Flow. King's having this kind of easy here. Player just letting him just pick up points. This is problems now. Lido's going to have 9 to buy, courtesy of... How does he have 9? Oh, Jessica's worth 3, my apologies. I was thinking just 2. And he's going to take this now. So he wants to end the game now. Here we go. So he's going to say, I'm going to just try and take this down now with Chatham Shares and the Spice Must Flow buy. Wow. This is what a spot for Helena. Helena now has to win. Lido's got 4 more strength in the bag. So he's got 25. Can Helena find enough to win this? She can. It would take her to 9 points. And suddenly Beast is sitting there at 4 and the game is getting away from him. Oh, what trouble this is for the Beast now. All happening here. Beast is going to probably pick up Spice Must Flow. Helena's going into Carthag. Just wants to get forces in here. We'll be able to put in 3 troops. It's going to require all of... it's going to require everything for Helena to win this combat, but she definitely can. Wow, and Beast all of a sudden... What's Beast doing here? Is Beast just garrisoning, or is he putting them in? He's not putting them in, is he? Oh my goodness, he's putting them in as well! He's going to rely on Fremenbond and Tactician to get the win here. This is insane. I have no idea who's going to win. Is Beast going to win this? I have no idea. Helena has 4 to buy. I don't really think there's a lot of point in buying anything here. Deck's so big, I probably wouldn't touch anything here. So Beast has 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10 persuasion. Surely he's just going to take the Spice Must Flow and call it a day. Has 6 swords. And Tactician for 3 more. Oh my goodness me. The Beast is going to win this combat from nowhere. Unbelievable. I think Beast has to use his, he's got to use Favoured Subject and Seek Sisters. He's not going to use it! He has to use it now! Surely take the points! I guess he reckons if he loses the combat, it's game over anyways. He's going to hold fire for them for now. Combat it is. Lido is in a horrible spot now. He feels he has to ambush. He feels he has to ambush here. And he does. Now, Helena has 7 potential. She could use both our cards to tie the win, but I think she's going to decline now. There's no value in it anymore. And passes. Beast is going to take the win out of nowhere. And if Leo had just paid for a Dreadnought somewhere or another, he would have won this combat. But he didn't. He didn't go for it. So Beast is going to take the combat here in the Imperial Basin. Massive win for him. Takes him up to 7 points. And this is anyone's game. Helena's fired her shot here and missed. Helena's game might be over. Leo's got options still. Ekaz is hoping to heck that... I mean, the game's probably going to end this next turn here. Hoping he wins 2 points from, like, buying. But he's not going to find Opulence again. He doesn't have any water. He can't go to research station. He'd have to go with Stilgar to like Siege or Steel Suits. Then Leto surely gets in front, but this is interesting. We'll see what the plan is. Okay, here we go. It's economic supremacy. Wow, maybe chances for Helena's steal. Not bad for Beast either. Helena's going to be loving this combat. Second shot here. But now everyone's used up a ton of garrison here, and now it's going to be difficult to try and muster it. Beast has so much potential with his deck here. All happening. Lito's up next. I wonder if Ekaz is going to Stilgar to, like, Siege or something, or Steel Suits even, and just use that to hit Research Station and just try and find opponents again or something. I don't know. But he's got to make big decisions now. Embedded Agents is turned up for Lido. It's going to be difficult to use, though. His only card that goes into instead of shipping is Foul Space, which is never good. So he's going to have to do that. He'll go up and down. Memocores is sitting there, but he can't get it right now. Helena might go there first. It might pinch that. Dangerous to leave that in Lido's hands. If Lido takes a bump with the Fremen or the Emperor, Helena might be forced to go Memocorders. It's going to be interesting, this. Lido just thinking this through. I think he's considering Embedded. He's considering going up all the way, but I think it's too difficult to use here. Takes the Spice, rearming Highliners here. Troop Transports go in. Beast can get Highliners with... Oh my gosh, Beast can go Highliners using his X-Guild and get an extra Dreadnought into combat here. This is very good stuff. Beast has a ton of potential steel to just throw a ton of troops in here. He kind of wants to go Sardaukar first. To get the garrison troops in and then Highline, but it is what it is. Now, does Helena go for Highliners? Leo just took the point with the Bene Gesserit, so Memocorde chase isn't necessary. Does Helena go Highliner here? Oh my god, Ekaz has found Allied Armada! Where did he pick this up? That's an outrageous find. And Highliners it is, goes immediately. Phil's got to get in before the Beast. Disaster for Beast here. He was relying on that, and Helena has gone there first. And now Beast in a world of trouble here. What does he do? He can pick up 2 points from Favored and Secret, so he's effectively at 9 points here. You'd imagine this is probably going to be the last turn. Ekaz looking at his deck here. I think Ekaz is considering looking to go Research Station. Lino might be forced to go there in the way. All happening here. Wow. Real problem for the Beast. And Beast has no alliance, so his ring's not doing a whole lot. I think he just has to go Wealth, does Beast. With Sardaukar Legion. And he needs to secure the point with the Emperor. Could be last turn. I think you have to do it and just go Wealth and call it a day. And work it out from there. He might go Signet Ring first, however, using go for Mentat first with his Signet Ring. Wants to get that in hand. Wants to guarantee he's gonna go last. No, he's gonna tech negotiate. Is he taking Memocorders? He's taking Memocorders. He's looking to use Sardaukar for something else, I guess. So takes that. It's gonna deny other players. Holopages just turns up here. I don't think it's gonna get taken here. It's too late in the game now. Beast still needs to smuggle at some point. Preferably. All happening here. Ekaz is trying to work out how can he get 2 points in this one. How does he find his way to 2 points? The only way he finds this... I mean, how do you find yourself to 2 points? I don't think you can. You'd have to buy double spice. Or get second place in the combat, which looks impossible here. But Ekaz wants this game over this turn. It might be over this turn anyways. Leto is going to be sitting there. He's going to... If second place goes to Leto and he doesn't lose the Bene Gesserit Alliance, this game is over. But Leto Ekaz has no spies, and Helena's also got Chow Murky. So, problems here. Is he going to go Mentat? What is... Oh, is he going... He's not going to Carfax gamble for intrigues, is he? Arakeen? Oh, I don't like this. Oh, if you're going to do this, I think you just go, oh, this is super gamble. Oh, he doesn't know. And this is the problem now. He never got his Swordmaster, so he's only got 2 actions to try and find his way to 2 points here. And it's so difficult to achieve. So he's going Arakeen. This is a complete gamble. Finds Bene Gesserit's sisters. Intrigue. Charisma. It's going to be good for 1 point, but I don't think there's a way to find 2. Ikaz is going to probably get himself to 10 via endgame, but that might be it. Ikaz now probably needs this game to last longer than a turn. But how's that ever going to happen here? Lino is up next. Lino's got all the spice in the world here. He's going to hit his research station, finds Jessica, so this game is going to end here. Lino is going to find his way to at least 1 spice must flow, so this is final turn. Mentat take for Helena, makes sense. Oh, finds Dune, horrible card. Has Dispatch though as a backup, so options here might go Hardy Warriors. And I think Helena probably should go Hardy Warriors here. Beast goes to Selective Breeding, and he's going to use Secrets here to get the extra intrigue. Finds Cannon Turrets. It's not doing a lot here. So he has to trash. Yeah, Diplomacy's going, because it might as well. It's the last turn here. Oh, finds Negotiated. Oh my goodness me, there could be a Bene Gesserit still on hand. Lino might have to go Secrets here. He might feel he has to, but Smuggling's still open. Could this be a conspire to be an alliance still? And the game continues. Lino goes into Secrets. And Ikaz blocks Lino at Secrets and takes the point. Gets himself up to 9. This is carnage. Finds Bypass. Beast will love to take Bypass and use that to pick up the, use that to take the Ixion Engineer and then just draw a card and reveal it for a point immediately. That would have been huge. But doesn't find it. And Lino now is in trouble. Mentat's gone. I think Mentat was probably the plan here. What does he do? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11, 13, 14 persuasion. I don't think there's any way he's going to double Spice by here. Doesn't look on. And all of a sudden, Lino must feel his alliance is probably about to go here. He'd have to go Smuggling to block the Beast here. It's about the only thing he can do, right? What a horrible spot. I think that's what you do. Yeah, I think you got to block. You have to stop the Beast here. Smuggling, right? Yep, and does. Gets in the way. It's not what he wanted by any stretch, but he's got no choice. Going to draw another couple of cards. He's got his Allied Armada. Does he use Advanced Weapon? He's not doing anything at this point. He's still got enough for a Spice, but surely the plan for Beastie is to get troops in and use Negotiated to withdraw them and take the Alliance. This is going to be insane. Here we go. This is Hardy Warriors, surely. Or Still Suits. Taking the point there, so it's 8. So now Helena threatening to win the game. Helena does not find enough to buy Spice Must Flow, but she won't mind. If she can win the battle, that'll be 2 points. Lino can still win the fight here for 1. Fremmenkamp, it's got to be, right? Favoured subject gets him to 8 points, so he doesn't worry about that. Yep, 2 Spice for him here, and he'll use those to get the free troops in. They're all going to go in. Everything goes in here, surely. Is there any way Beast can win the combat? I don't think so. I have no idea who's going to win this. This is going to come down to tiebreakers, but Helena's got Chalmurki. Her 10 points is so strong here. How does anyone get to 11? If Helena wins this combat, she might win the game. Ikaz finds his point. He's at 10. So Holtzman will get him to 11. Oh, that's huge, actually. Oh, 11 points. That is enormous. And all of a sudden, that does change the maths here. Someone's got to find 2 points. An extra spice for Lido, but it's not really going to do much here. I think his race is largely run. Finds calculated. No good. All he's got's Allied Armada. Buy Spice was slow for that, so that gets in a 10 as well. So Ekaz is losing the Spice race here. If Lido finds a point from combat, Lido will jump ahead. And I don't think Helena can win 3 points here. She has to shift. But, oh my gosh, Helena's got to use shifting allegiances here, surely. But to do what? Oh, no. And Helena's in trouble. Suddenly she feels she's got to get another point out of somewhere, but it could be a Carfag Hail Mary here. Shifting does nothing. No, she's going to go here. She's going to go for Spicer's Flow and try and get 2 points from the combat for her 11. Big gamble. Big gamble. Needs Force Persuasion. Finds for Persuasion. Enormous draw for Helena. Gamble has worked. Beast gets to negotiate, is not doing anything. Favored subject's got to be used. He's going to negotiate here to take the alliance. He feels he has to. I don't know what's going on here with Helena. She's sorting her deck out. So here's the text. Here's the steal of the alliance with the negotiated. And then he's going to use Sardu Kar to bring them back in. That's pretty gross. And then favored subject's going to be for the extra point. That's insane. I've never seen that before. Negotiated and Sardu Kar to take them out and put them back in. That is a first. Unbelievable. Ixin Engineer's taken in the hope he can somehow draw it, but it's very unlikely. And Helena's going to reveal for a point. And this is anyone's. So Helena leads. Helena can throw them all in for 19 strength. Can anyone match it? I don't think so. Helena's going to be... This is going to be so tight. It's going to come down to tiebreakers. But Helena's going to be out of resources. But 11 points doesn't matter. She's Chalmurky. Is Helena going to steal this? The only card of any good for Lido is going to be Allied Armada to 14. But it will not be enough. Oh, but Helena can't use Private Army. She's only got tiebreak. She has no spice. Private Army does nothing. Oh my goodness. I think Lido's just cost Helena the game. Cannon turrets for 2. Are you kidding me? Helena and Lido are only going to get a point of the combat, which means Armin Ekaz is going to win due to a tie. Unbelievable. If either Lido or Helena wins the combat, they win the game, but they tie, so they both lose. Because Ekaz gets the 11 point. Unbelievable. What a ridiculous finish to a ridiculous game. Wow. Unbelievable. So Armin Ekaz is going to win this, and King is going to go into the semifinals of 11 points. Helena is second with 10, and the Chalmurky gets into the second spot here. Lido third, and Beast fourth. What a mad match this was. What a great finish.
Oh, there's Black Shadow. 993.
That would be the one. I mean, what a cruel finish. What an absolutely cruel finish. A tie.
With the tiebreaker card.
Yeah, if any of them win, they win. Because they just beat you on tiebreakers. But a tie means you win the match. I mean, that's absolute craziness.
Look at my 4 Spice Miss Flows and 2 Opulences. This is points.
Yeah, I mean, you were just allowed to turtle up. When I say this earlier, you were allowed to do it, but I mean, what a ridiculous finish. I mean, I can't believe this. I mean,
I'm just sad that there was no combat VPs except Carthage.
yeah, it wasn't ideal for you in the end, but that does happen. Some of the Bs, if you don't get the VPs, they don't turn up. I think there's still yeah, a couple of bits for you here as well. But yeah, this is a ridiculous finish. I also want to say as well, I have never seen negotiated take them out and like that is the first time I've ever seen that. Like I knew it could happen, but I've never actually seen that happen before, so that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times in casual games with Duncan.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, this game could have gone pretty much anyone. I think anyone could have won this in the final turn. I mean, King got your like engine going super early. No one kind of really got heavily in the way, which kind of helped you there. But then this, I think it was the combat before this as well. Like everyone threw everything into this, which was great for you in a way. I mean, you must have been loving to see it, just see them all just take chunks out of each other. Multiple Highliner races. Helena playing spoiler probably twice the Highliners. Lido kind of like having to go for. I mean, there was a lot of insanity. Beast never found his way to Highliner, which is crazy. I mean, what a ridiculous match this was. But it was good entertainment. I don't know what you guys make of it.
Yeah, I guess was really fun.
I mean, you were in such a good position. Like, you had such a potentially monstrous deck early. Yeah. And then, yeah, your mid game just kind of collapsed.
I had no chance to go to faction locations as well as getting the spice because I had no water.
Yeah.
I had to manage that. I had a bunch of triangles.
You had huge fortune in picking up the 2 faction access cards though. That was enormous draw, but it was clear you were setting up for Highliners. If a battle heavy person has not gone shipping and has 6 spice, they're probably going Highliners because obviously they will still get this point, but obviously got denied like multiple times, which was unexpected. Like one fine, but like Helena diving in there at the end, that was pretty insane. Did not expect to just throw in again, but once it was economic, it was like, well, it was worth fighting for. I think it was maybe something else. Might not necessarily have done so, but alas. But no, it was a pretty insane finish. Yeah, everyone bought a bit of spice. Some huge cards obviously came out for out. Jessica definitely worked it out, I think, in the end. Taking that. It's always tricky. At what point do you consider maybe not taking Jessica? But like, I don't think she's ever bad to pick. Because you get the influence bump. And then there was the memo quarters take. That's just pure denial. There was a lot of denial picks and stuff. Like people get in the way. Smuggling got blocked here multiple times to keep you out of that. There was a lot of stuff happening in this game. But overall, I think it's a pretty good match. And King has somehow found his way to win it. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how you found your way to win it, but sometimes it just works itself out.
Just playing solitaire.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but like,
yeah, I participated. See, look at him.
Yeah,
see, look at him.
But he didn't have to. But he didn't have to do much else. I mean, like he was just allowed to kind of just buy spice and and just kind of picked up some cash. You got kind of fortunate the fact Gil Bankrate turned up. Just that was a perfect time for that. Just when you could actually fight for a combat, Gil Bankrate turned up was just that's a bit ridiculous. But you still had to kind of fight for it. And Beast obviously had tons of potential for firepower as well. So you had to contend with that.
Sadly, all the texts that came up were really cheap and I couldn't spend my negotiators on anything.
I mean, yeah, you were hoping obviously for something huge to turn up, which never did. Like flagship turns up, you're laughing. But it was never there. Invasion ships you take, lots of stuff. I mean, this I still think is really strong in the hands of the Beast because like it's doing the tech stuff for you because you're busy doing other things and trying to put pressure on the map. So obviously you want to be visiting a lot of cities, doing a lot of fights. So I think Ixguild's really good for him.
Yeah, it's also a nice Highliner potential.
And obviously, yeah, very late game you can throw it to Highliner, assuming it's not there yet. But which I assume was the plan, but
at some point
that was, but it just kept getting in the way. But no, yeah, a pretty insane finish. Ikaz wins. King finds his way into the semis. Somehow, I mean, I just can't believe this. I mean, that is absolutely tragic. The tie. That's insane. And that is going to be all for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Insane finish. I don't know how King won this game. I mean, unbelievably fortunate that the final battle finished in a tie. Like, that's complete madness. But regardless, as I say, was allowed to kind of set up the economy early, got the engine going, couple of hits of opulence, bought plenty of spice, even got the alliance of the Fremen. And I think if someone had managed to try and challenge him for the Fremen alliance, that probably might have offset him enough that someone might have scuppered plans here. But ultimately, the beneficiary of an insane final combat tie means that King will find his way to the semi-finals. And Helena will have to hope that her score is going to be enough for a second place spot into said semis, but we'll have to see. So thank you much for watching. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you in the next conflict.